Sorry, wrong show. Bafana qualify. This is Onside ZA, brought to you by Betway. Get away more. Joining me on the show today, Mr. Len Moleko.
Yes, sir.
Tepi Worldwide. Hello, darling. And everybody's favorite super sub.
Danko.
Also joining us, of course, are the Ballers. Ballers, welcome to it. Another episode of Onside ZA, brought to you by Betway, where you get way more. Len Moleko, Bafana Bafana qualified before kicking a ball in this FIFA international break. But boy, oh boy, did they kick some balls.
Shows the amount of balls they have, bro.
I'm just saying.
Marco, it's a Tuesday. The week just started. But yeah, are we surprised? No. If you look at the trajectory of Bafana of late, if you look at the squad that he has assembled, the depth of the squad, me and Super Sub were saying last week on the show that with no fear or favor, with no doubt, that they just needed a point to qualify. And that was granted to them before they even got a point. That's obviously with South Sudan beating Congo, which meant both sides could not reach the points that Bafana and Uganda have. But having had that, they did not sit on their laurels and say like, we've qualified, it's fine, we are going to play babies. Hugo Broos was like, no.
We'll kick some balls.
You know? And they did.
And they did.
And long may it continue. And congratulations to the entire squad. Be it as it may, the game against Uganda was a bit of a snowfest. They were really not that impressive, but they got the job done.
Yeah.
Unbeaten in the group stages of this qualifier. 4 wins, 2 draws, 14 points, top of the group, official.
Again, impressive.
Very impressive numbers.
And also going on the narrative that if you look at the history of Bafana, since we were unbanned by FIFA.
Yep.
All those years ago.
92. Hugo is the first coach to actually qualify us to back-to-back AFCONs.
Of course.
Yes, we've gone to back-to-back AFCONs, but
With different coaches.
because there was a whole narrative that a coach takes us to AFCON, he makes an ish show of things, comes back, gets fired, another one gets hired, then they go probably qualifiers, and it was just a circus. And the irony about it is, with the impressive performance that we saw from Bafana in both games, this happened in the midst of the boss of the association being dragged to court. One would have thought that something like that had the potential to actually maybe destabilize whatever is happening on the field.
Nah, I didn't see that.
No, I'm not saying it was.
But
I'm saying one would have thought that would have happened.
Yeah.
Because perhaps as Hugo Broos, for instance, the person that hired you is now facing charges and going to
Basically, the house is on fire.
You know? But Hugo was Hugoing, and he showed that, hey, I'm the boss and I'm going to do this. And congratulations. I'm actually very proud of Bafana because we heard many insults.
May I just say something? I just want to give you guys a bit of some facts. You've mentioned one thing, Moleko. By the way, as it stands, Bruce is closing in on becoming the longest-serving South African national team coach, with his tenure nearing 3 years and 5 months. This is after, obviously, Clive Barker, who still stands at number 1. His leadership has secured the biggest competitive victory with Bafana, with a 5-0 win that was over Congo Brazzaville in the 2025 AFCON qualifier. Bruce has led the team to win the bronze medal at the 2023 AFCON, obviously the first time Bafana had achieved this since 2000. And finally, since his loss to Mali in January 2023, Bafana has gone on an 18-game unbeaten streak, including 3 COSAFA matches.
Sure. Well, interestingly, from a contextual standpoint, there's only 2 teams in the AFCON qualifiers that outperformed Bafana Bafana in terms of a points haul. And they're the usual suspects are North African brothers there in Morocco and Algeria. But no defeats in qualifiers. far better qualifying performance than Nigeria, for example, who suffered a defeat this week.
Oh yeah, that Rwanda did something there.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then again, Nigeria had already qualified.
Yes,
They
of
did.
course.
It's
But still, it's Bafana had qualified before Friday.
yeah. I'm saying it's a mentality thing. In that, we've qualified. Let's play the likes of Super Sub just so we can finish the game. Kind of vibes, right? But Hugo Broos did not go with that mentality.
No, he did not.
And you know he's not going with that mentality when you look at the starting lineup and you see that Ronnie is actually in the starting 11.
Yes, I
That's
agree.
when you know he's playing his best available squad.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of people sort of like thought he was gonna maybe bench some of my Melody Sundowns players, looking at the fact that they've got a cup final coming this week, and he was like, those players are still Bafana players.
I was one of those.
Tuesday night.
Yeah, I was one of those,
I
actually.
thought so as well, but I think he's in a mission, to establish like a formidable team, and he doesn't just wanna chop and change, and I think he's in the right track. I think.
This
Yes,
is
in
where
a
we were
presser-
talking about, apologies. This is where we were talking about coaches having a good relationship with each other, the managers of the clubs having a good relationship with Bruce and being able to have good conversations instead of going at each other in the press every week. And then these are the things that happen, and Bruce is fully within his rights to have picked his best squad.
Yeah. I was saying, to add on to what Super Sub was just mentioned, in a press conference, he even went as far as saying that, he's pretty confident when it comes to AFCON and the qualifiers and how well he has done. But his focus now is actually on qualifying for the World Cup.
Definitely. And I'm hoping
That's
he
where
does
his
that.
sights are right now. So that shows how much foresight he has. Another team, you mentioned Nigeria, just knew already that they had already qualified, therefore didn't have to really exert themselves. But Morocco, naturally, they are going to be the ones that are hosting the World Cup. The AFCON, right? Yeah. And naturally, they don't have to qualify. But they beat Lesotho 7-0 still.
It's Lesotho, come on.
Bloody.
Amapona FC would have beat Lesotho 4-0. Come on.
Didn't we
Yes,
see Lesotho beat Nigeria?
it's Nigeria.
Was a
Come
flash
on.
in the pan.
And also it's that. Like, also you need to understand there's lots of infightings and things are not all that hunky-dory with the Lesotho FA because I think they were supposed to be hosting elections not so long ago. So that's one of the federations on the African continent that's actually in tatters and kind of like what SAFA was at some point.
Well, it still is.
And could potentially become.
Look, I think our football is in good hands.
I think so. And I've got a
outside
pertinent
of-
question for you
For
on
me,
that notion. Yeah.
throw it.
Are we a football nation?
No, we're still not a football nation.
All right. Thank you.
We're still not a football nation.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're filling stadiums to capacity and all of that.
But
Okay, we're gonna get to that.
we
Let me hear
discussed
Marco.
how you said that South Africa is not a football nation, and we discussed how we're definitely a rugby nation, and we had an agreement that success brings that interest and would make us a football nation again. The Springboks have been supremely successful,
Yeah.
therefore we stay a rugby nation. If Bruce is to continue on this trajectory, and you look at the general age of the squad and the players coming into the squad to help fill in some of those gaps that we've seen where I think that our AFCON squad was kind of old compared to the rest of the AFCON squads at the last tournament.
Tembazwani killed the age average, but carry
Yeah.
on.
Yes, probably
But-
was the oldest.
If you look at some of the players coming into this squad now,
Yes.
and if Bruce is to remain, we look at World Cup qualifiers, which we were discussing.
Yes.
Our remaining 6 fixtures come next year in the World Cup qualifiers. 2 of the first 3 are against Lesotho, and we're currently tied top of that group on 7 points.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very tight one, that one, because
Look.
I think number one goes through, ne?
For the World Cup.
Yes.
Yes.
How big is our pot?
I think it's
Is it
then
5 or 6?
6 teams,
6.
along with Rwanda, Benin, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe, who we'll get to in a second as well.
Look, our biggest obstacle in that group is Nigeria.
We've already drawn one game.
Yes, they're still gonna come.
Was
this
it
side.
away? I can't remember.
It was away. It was
eh?
in-
yeah, I
it
remember
was
when
in
they
The
that
drama.
issue. Yeah, the drama. Yes,
Yes.
yes. So I mean, coming here, and we are a football nation. We're gonna full
We are not a football
stadiums
nation.
to capacity. Nigeria is not gonna do
Look, on the stadium filling capacity story, ne?
Yeah.
I know there are certain players who generally hardly play in front of a full capacity stadium.
No, you didn't go there.
But we are not there.
Take off that jersey.
We are not there. But it's what generally should happen. And that's what we've been crying for. The games that were sold out, bar the opponents that we were playing against.
Yeah.
It's where you take the game. Bloemfontein, full capacity.
Yeah.
Because it was a city that was starved of football.
For a long time, yeah.
Cape Town, yes, they do have football, but Bafana have not played in Cape Town for oinks years. The whole Durban-Joburg notion does not really...
Let's put it aside for a while.
Yeah, I think let's put it aside for a while. The next game, let's go to Royal Bafokeng. The next game, let's go
They're still
to...
in Mbombela, hey?
I'm coming to that. Let's go to Mbombela. Those white elephants, well, some of them have changed color because they do get used.
Yeah.
Like the Polokwanes, the Moses Mapidas, and the likes and the likes.
To be fair, all our World Cup stadium are being utilized.
Bar Royal Bafokeng.
Yeah, you're right.
Because there's no team in the Northwest that utilizes that stadium on a regular. But take the games to different parts of the country so that, because Bafana Bafana is a team of the people.
Yeah.
Take the team to the people.
I agree with you.
And the people will fill up the stadiums. It's as simple as that. That's why Cape Townians, I was actually very about Cape Townians filling up the stadium. And boy, oh boy, they did.
Yeah, they turn up and it was beautiful to watch. And it's what we've been saying, that if you start performing as a football nation, you will see the people back to the stadium. And I believe we are a football nation. It's just that we went through a rough patch. But
we're not.
Asiko Lapo for today.
We're not.
Okay, so I'm happy that our neighbor Zimbabwe has qualified as well.
Congrats. So South Africa is taking 2 teams to the AFCON.
We are, bro. I mean, they were pitch invading here at home.
But no, congrats to them because if you remember, they were actually banned from taking part in FIFA competitions because the government was interfering with the FA. And where Gianni Infantino is involved, we don't do that here. Yeah. So big ups to them.
Yeah, which team are you guys disappointed? I mean, we still have a couple of teams remaining. I believe we have 3, if not 4. We have 21 teams this far that have qualified. Which teams would you say you're not?
All 24 teams
already?
Are in. Yes.
Okay,
all 24
perfect.
Teams. I'll give you the list
last
now.
I checked,
it's the final round of fixtures now.
Okay. So far I have DR Congo, Angola, Equatorial Guinea. No, man.
No, all 24. Let me give you the list. All 24. Morocco, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Algeria, DR Congo, Senegal, Egypt, Angola, Equatorial Guinea, Cote d'Ivoire, Gabon, Uganda, South Africa, Tunisia, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Mali, Comoros, Sudan, Benin, Tanzania, Botswana, and Mozambique.
So which team are you guys unhappy or is disappointed that did not qualify?
I'll tell you the team that I'm disappointed in.
Tell me.
Heavily.
Because I know you're going with this.
Lesotho.
No, it's Cape Verde.
Yes.
The stadiums are going to be The stadiums are suffer. The stadiums are not the same.
How can they do this to us, man?
And also, if you think about it, right? They for me, they were very impressive in the previous
They
AFCON.
were. Even them drawing against Egypt was something for me, to be applauded.
And the quick turnaround of them not being able to qualify in a very quick turnaround time, for me, it seems very bizarre.
Yeah.
Inconsistencies in African football happen. We see it often. And when you have to build the bulk of your squad on players who have some sort of heritage and ability to qualify for that national team, but aren't necessarily born in that country, for example.
Oh, yeah.
I think that makes it more difficult.
Look, I mean, you've got the likes of the Moroccos of this world who are consistent in how they perform. Yeah. It's a pity in the previous AFCON, they just came against a juggernaut called Bafana Bafana. And that's why they were knocked out.
They were turned into a sword.
You know? So, but generally...
by a footballing nation.
But It's like that's the case, and they're consistent. The North Africans generally are consistent. Egypt had a bleep in the AFCON. Algeria also had a bleep, also concentrating, or not concentrating rather. Their squad is focused and it's built around players who are nearing the end of the line. Like you can't be going to an AFCON and Mahrez is like your focal point.
Yeah, no,
you
definitely.
don't have a young one. You don't have a Relebohile Mofokeng type player.
Yeah.
Not saying that he's the cog in our machine.
No, definitely.
We've got different cogs in our machine.
You need youngsters.
But you need a new generation that's going to take things forward. And unfortunately, the Algerias of this world, the Egypts of this world don't necessarily have that. And that's why they had a bleep in the AFCON that just passed now earlier in the year.
Who are
and
you
also
disappointed in?
To add
sorry.
on what
Yeah.
Len is saying, if you look at a team like Ghana, same story. They're still relying on the Ayew brothers. I think that time has come and gone.
But then that means they do not have foresight and they're not planning accordingly, because are you not supposed to know and anticipate that these guys are growing older? They need to be passing the baton to the younger ones and, sort of integrate these two.
But I think there's also
I think
other
it's
political
the timing
problems.
as well. Yeah, sorry, Marco.
We have other political problems as well. Look at Cote d'Ivoire. Yes, they went all the way in AFCON, but they fired a manager halfway.
Fair point. And with Ghana as well, I mean, the guy who actually was their coach before they got rid of him, he went and he did relatively well with Sudan. I think it's Apia.
Yeah.
Sudan finished above Ghana in their group. Ghana could not
Qualify,
beat,
yeah.
and they could not qualify. Ghana has
Could
got,
not beat anyone
Yes.
in their group, winless.
That is...
and you look at it, the Ghana FA, it's not a now thing. Ghana has been that mine in Stelfontein since AFCON.
But a lot of us remember Ghana as Africa's last hope in the first African World Cup in 2010.
Yeah,
but that's when
the Black
the-
Stars, right?
Black Stars.
Yeah.
They're fading now. That's when the current crop of players, or the bulk of the crop of players now, they were playing then. 10 years ago, no one who was in Bafana Bafana squad during the 2010 World Cup is anywhere near
No way.
our national
No, they're
team
better
right now.
ambassadors.
We'll
right?
see them next week.
Yes. Some of them are coaches. Where?
Summer Cup.
Oh, yes. Is it next weekend?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Can't wait to go to the Betway Summer Cup.
I don't have a
Anyway,
dress.
You don't have a dress.
Ballers, you want to buy Tsepi a dress?
I don't have a dress.
You don't have a dress.
Yo, to wear? To the event?
You? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. So, Ghana, it's not even about a lack of planning. I mean, they've got the likes of your Kudus who plays.
So what is it then?
It's once a fish rots from the head.
Does it?
Yes.
I don't know that.
Well,
We got a new one on the list.
Yeah, it's the bikini. There's a fish now.
what?
The cheating
Continue.
girlfriend, the
There's bikini and statistics.
You have all these analogies, but continue.
the
Yes,
dirt
but-
slides down from the top. I don't know.
Yes,
Stop
but-
it, but I like the fish one.
Yeah. So even though our fish has a rotten head, at least the bottom is eatable.
At least Bruce cut
Edible.
the head.
And we don't have to worry about that.
Okay,
so
I'm
is-
going to interject very quickly. So we kind of have a plan, or we can see the trajectory of Bafana. We can see that there is some type of consistency, and also like it looks promising, right? Probably for the next 5 years, right? What about the coach? Are we not concerned about what happens after Coach Hugo?
What happens after Coach Hugo?
Exactly.
No, there's Rulani, there's Pito. We've got the coaches.
We
Look,
do.
we've got the players. And I think Bafana's trajectory now, whether we like it or not, guys, I don't care. Can come at me.
Is it a runaway
hailstones.
train?
No. Well, yes, it's because of the runaway train. It's because of a Pirates performing on the African continent now that they're back. A Pirates that was performing 2 seasons ago, I think it was, when they went all the way to the final of the Confed.
No,
2 or 3 seasons ago.
no, it's a long time ago.
No, it's 2 or 3 seasons ago.
I think the last one that I remember was Chiefs. I'm not sure about
Chiefs
that.
was during COVID. Pirates was
Yes.
the following season. Those kind of things
Okay.
contribute. and Sundowns consistently being there, Sundowns consistently wiping the floors with the Al Ahlis and the Wydats of this world, and gives a level of confidence to the players of Mamelodi Sundowns who are in the Bafana squad, and as such, they actually pass that confidence to the other guys that are integrated into the squad, because the bar is
it's a
that
positive
high.
ripple effect.
Yeah, the bar is very high.
The bar is that high. So for you to actually be able to zwingy and be a gymnast on that bar,
Zwingy
you
Zwingy
have-
is another one.
Hey, today.
you have to like almost feed off that energy of the Sundowns players.
Yeah, and to echo what you're saying, also with Mamelodi Sundowns going to the Club World Cup next year, it's a big thing. And
It's humongous.
It's massive, and it's good for the country as well, because those are the very same players that are going to come back, represent Bafana Bafana, and obviously that confidence filters down to everybody that
course.
playing with them,
It is contagious. Yeah.
One of them will have a Messi shirt.
We'll get there.
We will get there. Going to the comments quickly. Kumo says, not the Cape Verde saga, footy. No, gents, just go there, care December. And then Kamva saying, boys' trip to Cape Verde is there on the bucket list.
Yeah, definitely.
I will join you.
We'll just go for vibes, not for the football, because clearly it doesn't exist no more.
Macco Studios, Hugo survives because of the quality of our players.
And the quality of our players survives because of Hugo. And
Who's that?
our league.
Is it saying that from a
Macco
Sundowns
Berry.
perspective?
I mean, I feel like it's a codependent relationship, and it's a good one.
National team coaches just need to know how to utilize the players that they pick.
Yeah.
They don't have to train
if
them.
If you look at a player like Apolis, he's assisting left, right, center. He's playing for Polokwane City. So it's not only about Sundowns. Yes, we need to give credit where it's due, but it's not only about Sundowns.
Guys, have you been to Chlorkop?
What, the yellow
live
place?
there.
Have you seen what it looks like?
It's yellow.
It's yellow.
No, like just the overall aesthetic.
It's
It's
yellow.
in the firms. There's around the...
It's
Tippy,
yellow.
don't get us sued.
Oh no, it's pretty. I love it.
Yeah,
It's just
better.
yellow. I know that. You can't miss it.
Yeah, Kimuri.
Yeah, look, but I agree with you. It's compliments to everyone. It's
Yes.
it's a relationship
Yeah.
that builds success.
And
in the national
Yes.
team.
It's
historically,
a mutually
So,
beneficial.
but Hugo needs the
codependent.
credit that he's due.
I agree.
historically, we never had. Historically, players that went to Bafana were Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, overseas. Historically.
Yeah.
Now,
Swallows?
not to my
Then
not,
there you'll get the guy who was playing for second division for Black Leopards and get called up for Bafana Bafana.
that's
It
for
was
Kosafa, man.
Sparse.
once in a while.
But now you've got somebody playing for Polokwane City that gets called up for Bafana and is a
At the
starter.
regular.
Yes. So that's something new. Hugo has this thing of like he's casting his net very wide.
Yeah.
He's not, his vision is not tunnel vision. He's not wearing the Hoch club.
I mean,
he's
he
not
does
like
have
the
tunnel
horses
vision,
at the Summer
but
Cup.
yes.
And what I like about Hugo is that he takes longer to warm up to a player, and it also helps those players once they got called up, they actually go an extra mile because they know it's not easy to just get a call up. If you look at a player like Maswanganye, he's been raising his hand, but
yeah.
not getting the
Zwane, same thing.
Zwane, same thing. But when he finally got that call up, you could see that he was hungry for it. Now there's a player that's on the sidelines that was in the preliminary squad, Mabasa. He's been banging goals and he's not yet making the cut. But immediately when he gets to Bafana, that's when those players shows that they are actually hungry for that. And that's what I like about Hugo. He doesn't just chop and change and go with the air. You know what I mean? If I can put it like that.
Yeah, he doesn't follow trends. He creates his own.
Yeah.
And I mean, experience also counts a lot, doesn't it? I mean, he was the oldest coach in AFCON last year, this year. But I mean, he's been experienced. I mean, he's won AFCON before, so that counts an awful lot.
Well done, Bafana. We hope it continues next year.
We don't hope, friend. We know it's going to.
It continues next year in the World Cup qualifiers.
And the AFCON also.
Let's move on. Let's move on. The home of Legends Cup FC, formerly known as Toyota Cup FC, Kaizer Chiefs.
Trophy
What
is
happens?
ugly though.
No,
Bro,
man,
Chiefs,
you guys.
Chiefs and wooden base trophies. Hey, they love them. Hey, like I think the Betway, the new Betway Cup, it must have a wooden base.
They mean they will win it.
And then Chiefs are gonna win it. Because I'm telling you now.
But let's be fair.
I haven't seen the cup.
Chiefs
Actually.
is the most successful team this season. They've won more trophies than any team.
Off-season cups.
Man, you are talking about trophies, man. You must give credit where it's
Are
due.
those things trophies? Or
They are trophies, man.
Or they are what? What do you
Does
call
Harry
it?
Kane have
Firewood.
trophies?
The Audi Cup, it counts. It counts.
Tiger
Counts.
Cup.
Yeah, Tiger
That
Cup,
thing
it
is
counts.
ugly. Yeah, I think it's ugly. It looks like it was designed by a preschool kid, man.
But look, Chiefs, congratulations. They won that wooden, weird looking cup. Look, it builds confidence.
What?
No, it builds confidence in the team.
Oh yeah, and unfortunately, Nabi was not present. He had an injury.
Coaches also get injured.
Yeah, shame. I have.
He's tired.
I think he couldn't stand the sight of the trophy. That's why I was like, Andiz, I ain't coming for that. But at least it kept the guys busy.
I can tell you that trophy is not in
Yeah, he had a
Naturel.
knee injury, so he had his assistant Khalil Ben Yusuf and Kendrick Katze were the ones in charge of the
I'm
team.
saying, I don't think that trophy is somewhere in Naturel. Now they left it somewhere
Firewood.
on their way back from.
But why participate? I mean, they got a 1.5 million also.
You
I mean, it's
participate for
a,
the
it's
man.
a
was cheaper.
thing.
They've
guys.
probably got more
But as a collab,
as a collab. But
we are not there. But congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs. They won a trophy.
It's something.
Most
Yeah.
successful team so far. And leave the off-season out of it. An international break. They've got 2 trophies. Let's leave it there.
Supersport United have finally announced the signing of Samir Nurkovic on a 1.5-year deal.
Hectically needed.
He's
They've
needed.
been short of goals. They've been short of personnel
Bradley's
on the pitch.
injured.
Bradley's injured.
Yep.
So them signing.
To have a target man. in
And
that squad.
Nokovic is you remember the Nokovic who I think his first season at Kaizer Chiefs, his ball control.
I think Nogovic is a fraud.
Yeah?
Yeah, Nogovic is a fraud.
Please cook.
Have you seen his goal return?
Playing for who?
It doesn't matter.
No,
I think he's a fraud.
Nokovic in the first season when he was at Chiefs, Nokovic was a marvel to watch. Or maybe it's because there were no fans at the stadium. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. But his first season at Chiefs, for me, he was impressive. But subsequent to that, and also let's understand, he was at the Kaizer Chiefs that was having problems. And the problems were they were glaring. They were there. You could see. Kaizer Chiefs is not functioning.
In this case, I agree with Den. It's getting all these contracts because his surname is Vovovic.
Popovic.
Yeah. I think Kemit Erasmus is a way better striker than Nikovic, but Kemit Erasmus does not have a team.
Well, he
does
had
it
a
not
good
also
goal return
matter?
at Kaizer Chiefs. 34 goals
30.
in 60
Oh, yeah. I remember it was over
appearances.
30.
Well,
Yes.
that's what I mean. At Chiefs, he was actually very prolific.
But then
It's after he left Chiefs to go and not get paid
At Royal.
At Royal AM.
And then TS.
and ended up at TS Galaxy, which was not necessarily cooking
You must cook. If you are a prolific striker,
But
you must cook.
you can only cook if you are given ingredients.
Okay,
I don't think he got.
Okay, but I might also say this. There's one thing about Gavin. Gavin is one of those. He's a Hugo Broos also in his own right. He knows what his team needs and he's good at picking the right personnel. So if we don't have faith in Nurkovic, let's have faith in Gavin.
Helicopter.
when you're
how they
desperate,
play.
you're desperate.
Only
when times are tough, you've got
Yeah.
to do things.
But also, look,
You grab the 4 o'clock at the club.
look,
if you know what I'm talking about.
ah, woo.
if it's there, it's there.
Roadkill.
look, at the end of the day,
What are you going to do when it's 4 o'clock and the club is closing at 5?
Meat is meat and a man must
Yeah, you
eat.
just
no, man.
said.
zonke bonke,
Let's be eaten, okay?
all the soap washes, you'll sort it out in the morning.
Yeah, no.
And you're like, yeah. But look,
You have to surf in the morning.
look, at the end of the day, the style of football that Gavin Hunt plays, I think somewhat will suit Nokovic.
Of
And
course it
remember, Nokovic was a player who was flourishing under Ernst Minodop. And Ernst Minodop was always criticized for playing helicopter football.
Well, he's playing it now.
Down there.
And it's flying
Yeah,
to
because-
ABC Mutsipe.
Yeah, so when I actually did, when I asked the internet, Wuti, is it going to be a good fit, Unokovic at Supersport United? It says yes, because Supersport United's style of play, which emphasizes crosses from wide areas and capitalizes on set pieces, aligns well with Nokovic's strengths. So what you're basically saying. Yeah.
Supercomputer. You could have
Yes,
just
yeah.
asked Onside ZA.
Yeah,
We are the
I mean,
internet after all.
yeah.
But yeah,
How many goals were scored from headers specifically corner kicks in Barker's winning season with Chiefs?
Stuart Baxter.
Baxter's winning season with Chiefs?
So long ago, I can't remember.
It was quite a lot. It was a bit, they were criticized helicopter football, boring to watch, what, but won the league.
But you
enough.
can argue the same with we can't take it that far back. We can take it not so long ago when Wits won the league with Gavin as coach. It will be interesting to actually find out how many assists were actually from crosses coming from the wings that goals went in as headers at the end of the season.
That's a
Because
good
remember that
question.
season, I think Bidvest won the MTN 8 and the league.
Bidvest beating Sundowns 3-0, I think.
3-0
ne?
in the final,
Yes.
yes.
I think
And then I
remember
think that
one.
season they went on to win the league as well.
Was that the
Wasn't
No,
that
they
the
never won a
treble?
double.
Wasn't it?
Did they win the
No,
league the
I'll
season
ask-
before?
Can we ask the internet?
I can't remember.
I can't remember, but it
don't
was
think-
along that. It was along that same
I remember
period.
that team Yabo Mlambo, Mlambo, and the guys that went to
Dane Clate was also part of that side. Yes.
There was quite a few players. Yeah.
Well, let's, while we're on the topic of PSL and what Tepi
Yes,
looks
darling.
up Wits to see if they won a league and cup double. Let's have a look at our action coming up this weekend. It is, of course, the cup final.
But before we go there, there's another signing that happened.
Oh yes, Dolly.
Keegan Dolly going to TS Galaxy.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Interesting signing. I'm not sure how he's gonna fit there, but by virtue of him getting a club, I'm actually very happy for him. I think he's a very talented footballer.
I hope they didn't sign a hospital.
We don't know,
Yeah, we'll see.
because I know he was actually training with Supersport United
Yeah.
before he got scooped up by TS Galaxy. So let's hope, he goes there, he flourishes. Let's hope he actually, because I mean, even Sia Dramovic was saying that the guy who took over from him as coach of TS, he was actually encouraging him that he must take TS to glory days, because there was a point where TS was cooking last season.
Yeah, but I think TS strive on such kind of a player, such kind of players who are like experienced and old. If you look at how
True.
Bennett Parker stayed there, he
Yes.
went there and sort of like stabilized the team. Vuyomire was there
Mere,
for a longest time and is still part of the structure.
And
So
the
I think
other one, who's the other one?
they acquired such.
There's another experienced one. You know him. Okay, I'll remember him. But
Yeah.
yes, continue.
But I wanted to put this across to you, Len, and you, Marco and Tepi. Are you noticing a shift in the PSL that players that are sort of like above 30, they're finding it very hard to find football clubs? And is it because there's a flood of youngsters coming into the ranks?
Ageism.
Maybe we know that a mix of experience and youth is important, but I remember in our interview with Gavin Hanchia, he said that his squad was quite old when he was at Kaizer Chiefs because he wasn't able to bring in new players due to that FIFA transfer ban.
Yeah.
They performed well on the continent, performed poorly in PSL. So it seems like maybe the pace of the league and the physicality of the league requires younger, more physical players in South African league football versus Continental Cup football, where older, more experienced players seem to do the job there.
In contrast to what you're saying, I don't think it's an age thing.
Okay.
I think it's a money thing. Because the players that you speak of,
Yeah.
from an age perspective, yes, they are over 30.
Yeah.
But I don't think them struggling to find clubs is because of age. Because if you look at their stature, where they come from, and where they might fit in or who might be able to scoop them up, budget constraints.
You want to tell me a player like Mato, who's been out of the game for 2 seasons now, going for the 3rd season, do you think it's still a money thing?
When he left Chiefs, how much do you think he was earning?
I don't know, but
is he not prepared to take a lower salary?
what I'm saying is you're unemployed for 2 years. Wouldn't you just...
Yeah, for 2 years you're unemployed. Who are you training with? Are you still... And again, as a defender, yes, Matoho was... I think mobility-wise, for me, he's not there. Even if Onside ZAFC started tomorrow, I wouldn't sign him because the mobility is not there.
So, but...
It's an age thing, yes, but I also think it's a money thing. Because how much do you think... And let's look at Matoho. He's unemployed now without a club. Who was he playing for?
Kaizer Chiefs.
How much do you think he was earning?
We don't know, but probably
Okay,
maybe 200.
Keegan Doley, he didn't have a club. Where was he playing?
Kaizer Chiefs.
How much do you think he was earning?
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Like Kemeti Rasmus, he doesn't have a club. Where was he playing?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yes, so that's the point I'm trying to make.
But what I'm saying is that players like Kemeti Rasmus did mention that when he left Mamelodi Sundowns to join Orlando Pirates, he took a pay cut.
But you're
So-
still going to a
It's
glamour
not
team.
substantial though.
Well, it's coming from him. You
Yeah,
know,
but I think a pay
so-
cut is not as substantial as him probably going to like a Polokwane.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Tep, is would you rather sit for 2 years without a club because you don't want to take a pay
I mean, a
cut?
lot of players actually have a big ego and will never allow themselves to be,
You wanna get-
downgraded a bit when it comes to an income.
Lifestyle, boy.
They just
Tactic.
can't take
I've
it.
just seen a trend like
Yeah,
where players
you're
like
right,
after
friend.
that
Many.
certain age they no longer get like players like Mashamite. He came back, couldn't get a team, eventually had to hang up the boots. So I'm just saying like I've been seeing a trend of like players above that age.
Shaba came back, also struggled. I think it's a money thing. That's why
It could be. It could be.
There's
There's no point.
And
or rather,
also,
it could
I mean,
be both.
Okay, yes, but even so, are you expecting the guys to take a substantial pay cut?
No,
Something's better than nothing, I guess.
yeah, I mean, you rather sit and sink for 2 years without a income or.
my man, pre-match, my man, you must have the things, my man. You must have your bags, my man. The ones with the brown and the
I
what
thought you would have
what.
bought them when you were still in the height
No,
of your career.
they lost season.
You need the new ones, my man.
Yes, they lost season.
You know?
Just very quickly, guys. So SuperSport United, Bidvest Wits, they won the league in the 2016-2017 season, right? And they obviously secured their spot in CAF Champions League. They also won MTN 8 in 2016, defeating Mamelodi Sundowns, like you guys mentioned.
Yeah, so it was 2016, 2015, 2016, 16, 17.
Yes, there we go. And then the Telkom Cup.
MTN 8.
Yeah.
But isn't
Yes.
MTN 8 at the start of the season?
It is. So MTN 8 is more a year trophy than it is a season trophy.
So it's a 16, 17.
Yeah, so maybe
Yes.
it was a double. If they won it in 2016, then the 16-17 season they won the league, it's a double. MTN 8 and...
But they could have
Telkom
won the
Cup.
league in May and played MTN 8 in August. And
So it's two different
two
leagues.
different
Yeah,
seasons.
but they won May 2017 and they won MTN 8 August 2016. So it's a double.
Okay, we are going. I hear where you're coming from, but
Yeah.
we're going to end up dribbling ourselves. Let's just dribble and move ahead.
Yeah.
Marco will dribble you.
So those questions.
But let's not go there. I'm going to get
Our
dribbled.
forest.
Our forex trader.
Okay. Easy money. Saturday night. Mamelodi Sundowns 1.39 on the Betway app versus Magesi FC 8.4.
My guess it just might win.
Penalties.
My guess it just might.
I think it's
Then a
I think
draw
it's
at 3.85. Even
think-
easier money.
I think it's a draw in 90 minutes. Sundowns is going to take it in extra time.
Something to that effect, but I feel like Magesi might just pull out a rabbit out of a big hat.
At
Yeah.
3.85, those are good
Those are good odds to play with.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't-
for a draw.
I'll put money on Magesi to win and
I'll say Magesi will score.
and have another betting slip to
To play around with the following day.
to
I don't-
balance the scale.
I don't have money to play with. I was getting cooked this FIFA window.
Yo, I got cooked, bro.
But Liechtenstein,
Yo,
San Marino.
I got cooked.
I
Oh,
got cooked. San
France.
Marino, France.
Yeah, who would have thought actually?
But anyway, it's
No,
fine.
man.
It's okay.
Then San Marino got promoted to the next level of UEFA
confusing-
Nations League.
Yeah.
No one understands how that works, but
They're
still.
cooking.
But anyway, it's okay.
Hey, the lowest ranked team in European football.
Wow.
Didn't,
Well
we
done
play
to them.
didn't we play San Marino like recently?
Yeah, in a friendly.
Yes, South Africa. And I think we played a draw.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think we played San Marino.
I think so. Does sound familiar. Ballers, let us know. So anyway, Bloem Stadium.
What about it?
The tickets have they been sold out?
Oh,
I don't know actually.
They most likely will be.
They will be sold out. It's a cup final, and we know Bloemfontein people. They love their football, and they will definitely buy those tickets. And also, Mamelodi Sundowns, they're in the final. In as much as we like to
Another full stadium for Tebza again.
Yeah, you can play in
Okay.
a full stadium. You
Okay.
know?
the shade of it all. I mean, he
I'm just
was like-
asking. I'm
Maybe
just
the
saying.
branches will.
But that was to be clear. I'm just making a joke. That
Yeah.
was a comment taken out of context.
Of course.
Tebza was actually referring to Bafana games, not talking
but he
about
was
Sundowns.
no. It was not taken out of context.
It was taken out of context.
No, it
it was a Bafana presser. They were not asking about Sundowns. They were
and
asking
of
about
course, he was
Bafana.
talking about Bafana.
Yes.
But he's not used to the setup at all. That's the reality.
You are just.
Bolas, please tell us. Do
you
you
just-
really think that he meant what he said, or was it just taken out of context?
It was taken out of context. Super Sub just wants to cause drama. Anyway, Marco, yeah.
I'm on the Ticket
And I
Pro
like
app.
the
It looks like there
Wolf,
are
stop
tickets
it.
available for the game
Yeah, it's
still.
not sold
So
out.
50 Rand a ticket if you are in Bloem.
Or in surrounding areas.
Yeah.
Talking
go-
about tickets,
it should be a good
what
one.
did I tell you guys about that match on Saturday?
What did you say, my friend?
How can you go and price a ticket for
At 50.
at 200?
Oh,
It was
that
empty.
one.
It was empty.
it? Was it not empty because everyone was like, ugh.
It was empty because those tickets were expensive.
Did
You
you
think
watch it
so?
on TV?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I was playing golf.
Sounds like a good day out.
Yeah.
Keeping healthy.
Yes.
Sure, take.
Literally, tiger.
Okay, we'll get to PSL fixtures next week as the league kicks back off next weekend.
Yeah.
For the Betway Premiership. And remember, that will be your opportunity to return to the 4 to score promotion with Betway, where you simply select the first team to score in 4 different fixtures and get yourself an opportunity to win big.
Yes, sir.
Okay, moving along. Tsepi, would you
Yes,
like to
Nuno?
take us on a little flight, darling?
Let's just do that very quickly. Are we flying first class?
We're flying first class, darling.
We are
you the
onside. What are you
hostess or you
saying?
the captain? Captain.
I mean,
this is where you do it. This is
first
where you
class
do
is
it.
not
This is where you do it.
bad.
Is Around the World with Tsepi Worldwide, brought to you by Betway and the Aviator game. Betway, get way more.
Okay, this story here is it's a okay, let's start off. So in Argentina, there's a club called Deposito Riestra, and they have been accused of a lack of respect for football after naming a social media influencer in their starting lineup for a top flight game against their leaders, Vélez Sarsfield, right? Now, this guy, his name is Spleen Online. He has about 15 million followers on his social media channels, including 9 million on Twitch. You guys know Twitch by now, right? Okay. Now, despite his massive following, he's not a professional footballer. Okay. This is what happens. The match happened on the 12th of November 2024. It says that he was substituted off after just 78 seconds of play, during which he did not touch the ball at all. The game ended in a 1-1 draw. What happened is this. Former Manchester United and Argentine midfielder Juan Sebastian Veron, I'm sure you guys know him. He's now the president of Estudiantes de La Plata, condemned the move. He's the one, in fact, and I'm quoting, close quote, total lack of respect for football. The club are saying that they believe that, number one, he does have a contract with the team. And they also mentioned that it was the intention to attract new audiences to football. Long story short is that as it stands, the Argentine Football Association, the AFA, has asked its ethics committee to investigate the club's conduct for possible damage to the sport's reputation. Thoughts on this one? Social media versus football.
Hi, is this worse than FIFA wanting to take Champions League to Miami?
We saw it happen on Friday, guys, or Saturday morning.
Yeah, we saw it. A YouTuber being in a boxing ring.
Yeah. Essentially, an extension to that
And
story.
Netflix not being able to even show it.
An extension to this story. That other guy as well running against Noah Niles. What's his name? I Show Speed or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's not even a football guy. He just got a question on a video game stream once. Who's your favorite, Messi or Ronaldo? And then he said, who should be my favorite? I don't know what's going on. And they said
Exactly.
Ronaldo, and he went in. And
Yeah.
now he's at Ballon d'Or and whatever. So
Yeah,
it's a new generation of people.
So with the saga that's happening in Argentina, the further I dug into that story, because it's a story that I was actually rather interested in, the said YouTuber or social media influencer was actually being used by the owner of the said club, because the owner of the said club owns an energy drink, and he was using the said influencer
As PR.
to promote PR the energy drink that the owner of the club actually owns. But I agree, it does bring the game into disrepute. I mean, we are very close to it here at home. We are very close to it here at home. But to be fair, the chairman did put in some work. Yes, he also touches the ball once in 1 half and 45 minutes. But he's a registered player. He's
Number one. Of course.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can consider him as an influencer, actually.
No, that's disingenuous. Let's not call him an influencer. He's not. He's a football player and an owner of a team. He's a chairman of a team, guys.
Look, I think the biggest thing is 78 seconds.
Imagine.
We know what you're doing. Right?
It's wasteful, though.
And I'm not
But we're
saying
talking
this
about
because
it.
I'm biased, but I am. Because I would just say, let YouTube... Can he play ball? I've never watched him.
He's-
Do you know what I'm
Probably-
saying?
He probably just ran around the field.
Look, guys, they made this dream come true. Man.
Yeah, but
It's
if
not
he
his dream.
maybe...
It's a person who owns the
'Cause if he's one of those-
beverage company's dream to
I
have
want-
his brand out there. And we're talking about it right now.
I watch some of these influencers on
So it
Instagram,
was-
etc.,
it
and they
worked.
can play ball.
Some of them,
Some of them play ball.
granted, but they're not professionals.
Yeah.
We can't be having
Like, Len,
But guys,
hey,
are we
hey,
going to
hey,
say
hey,
that Jamie
me respect
Vardy...
me.
Hands off.
But Jamie Vardy wasn't a professional.
but
He was playing
he
in
was a
amateur
plumber
leagues.
somewhere there.
Yeah.
it's fine. He was playing amateur.
Yeah.
It's like me today deciding that I'm going to take my boots from there where I hung them and go back. And
Co-hosts, Onside ZA. You and Sol Penduka go play ball.
Ah, that's like a 10.
do you want?
Okay,
does he have medical? Oh, he will die. Damn, he will die, dude. I will drip. Ooh.
This sounds like a challenge. Ballers, let us know if you want to watch Len Moleko versus Sol Penduka in a five-a-side game.
Marco.
We've got some
Marco.
exciting
Marco.
five-a-side
Marco.
ideas coming our way. But Len Moleko, you played with Jomo Sono.
Exactly.
And,
I mean, listen to that
yeah.
list. Listen to that list.
Hey, you and Jomo on the street.
Yeah, but I
Jeez,
mean,
bro.
my thing is, it sets a bad precedent because if he can do it, then other influencers, you know how Jaja influencers are.
I wanted to defend him, but Juan Seba Veron
Usain
was
Bolt
saying
wanted
it.
to turn out for Manchester United.
But Usain Bolt is an athlete. There's a difference.
The YouTuber is not an athlete.
Ah,
The guy who,
yeah.
the guy who was
He-
fighting Mark Tyson is an athlete as well.
He's on Twitch, that guy.
No, come now. Just go play in that, you know, that charity cup that they play in England during international breaks where you can have YouTubers play against each other and whatever.
No. Granted, all I'm saying is, like, let's keep to what we do. If you sit in front of a camera and you speak guano the whole day, sit in front of a camera and speak guano the whole day. Leave the football to footballers. That's it.
I agree
Yeah.
only because Juan Seba Veron was unhappy about it and I'm a fan.
Of course, because he was an ex-Man City,
yeah.
United player. Okay, so another one. I'm only going to do 2 stories because this one is going to be one to be discussed as well. Olympique Lanois has handed up... No, man, not this one. No one cares. Okay, I do, but not really. St. Pauli is
How
a
the
German
mighty have
football
fallen.
club known for its left-leaning supporter base. They have made headlines by becoming the first major football club to leave social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter. The club cited concerns over the platform's role in spreading hate speech and disinformation, which they believe could influence the upcoming German elections. So I'm just going to give you guys a bit of context before we just, break this one down. As it stands right now, there is this new social media platform that is meant to be coming up against X. It is called Blue Sky.
Blue sky.
And it is owned by the person who owned Twitter. As it stands, it has crossed over 20 million users, and this app usage soared 500% after the elections, obviously the ones in the US, right? Now, as it stands in Germany is set to hold their early parliamentary elections on the 23rd of February 2025, following the collapse of their coalition government. So the GNU did not work out, right? So, I know, right? Now, that means that Sao Paulo have become, so they're basically saying that because of how the elections, indirectly, because of how the elections went in the United States, and X, or Elon Musk in this case, allegedly having some influence in how
Election interference.
Precisely. They do not want their subscribers, about 500,000 of them, to follow or be on Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
They want them to now follow
Blue Sky.
or be on this new one. So then my question is, number one, it's social media and politics and football in this case clashing. But my question is it genius? Okay, I'll find the word. But is it really about, in this case, the politics really? Or is it the team now somehow having some type of agreement with this new app? Because I've seen some celebrities also, put out some statements to say, I'm moving. Does this have to do with football?
So the platform X has become a cesspool.
Okay,
it's
you say
actually it's appalling.
Free speech is appalling.
There's levels of free speech and there's levels of allowing
Hate speech.
and right-wing mentalities of people being weird. X is just weird.
Okay.
All right. And I think the owner was very intentional to make it the way that it is. All right. Speaking about Blue Sky, I actually signed up for Blue Sky. I think it was last night. It somehow feels very peaceful. Yes, the look and feel is almost like X. No, it's almost like Twitter.
Used to be, yeah.
Yes. It feels very peaceful. There's a lot of organizations. In fact, St. Pauli is not the only German team. Werder Bremen have also joined them.
Yes, they are the first ones.
Yeah, St. Pauli were the first ones. Werder Bremen have joined. Publications like The Guardian in the UK have
The
left
Guardian have,
X.
yes.
So a lot of people have left the platform X because X is not what it used to be. A lot of people will follow suit, I think, as time goes by. But I do agree there was a level of manipulation with regards to how election information and electioneering was done in favor of
Donald Trump.
the Republicans. And this was done by the person who actually owns the platform.
But I mean, there are so many other social media platforms. I mean, is Twitter that influential and that powerful that...
I've got strong views.
I'd rather listen to your strong views.
You stay as a super sub.
Yeah.
Let's hear you, Marco.
I think that we said the word disingenuous. I think it's disingenuous to think that X is causing election interference by allowing free speech. Because hate speech, whatever you want to call it. Maybe Americans are just hateful. Maybe people on the internet are just hateful. At the end of the day, is that the platforms... Yeah, the platform allows it. I'm not necessarily pro that, of course. But we cannot say that Blue Sky, the company now owned by someone who allowed direct election fraud during the days of Twitter, when the Hunter Biden laptop saga was brought under and completely disallowed during that time. So, yes, X is now on the right-hand side. Twitter was extremely on the left-hand side.
Yes.
So we cannot say, we're going to go to them because they're fair. They're not fair. They're on your team. X is on the other team. There is no fair social media platform.
So for me, it's not about this one is on this team, this one is on this team.
I'm just saying, if you're bringing up election fraud, election fraud was committed by Twitter, not X.
Fair point. So what I'm saying is the platform X has become, it's vile. I can't stand the platform.
I never enjoyed it as Twitter anyway either.
So
And what guarantee do we have that Blue is going to not turn into a cesspool as well? Supposedly.
Because-
Well, they won't. They'll be leftist
They'll block.
and they will block people who say anything,
Weird.
even if they say something about a vaccine,
Okay.
even if they say
Yes,
something
yes.
about
and
any
honestly,
of those things.
I mean, look, the reality also is this, ne? Remember that Meta also at some point came out with threads, and they were meant to go up against IG, right?
yeah, well, I think
Or was it against Twitter?
IG
It was
is
against
part of,
Twitter.
IG is part of
It's
Meta.
part of
Meta.
Meta.
Yeah.
No, they were going up against Twitter. And
WhatsApp.
what
Oh, you
happened
mean
to them?
Threads? You mean
yes.
Threads?
What happened to them?
Yeah, well, I don't think it's a platform that was user friendly, and a lot of people did go there.
How
but,
user friendly is Sky?
it's Twitter.
I'm
Yeah,
seeing
but-
another Telegram here. But anyway, let's continue.
yeah, that's my thing is that I don't have a horse in the race anyway. I don't use X. I hardly used Twitter. But if we're going to bring up elections, we cannot say that X is worse than Twitter or Blue Sky is going to be better. This is football teams that have a leftist agenda.
Yes, let's drive
And I'm
back
not
to
saying
the
it's a
teams,
bad
yes.
thing. I am very liberal in my views. But if you want to be fair, you must be fair. And there's election fraud's going to happen with everyone. So anyone who's on a high horse saying we're going here because this one's like that, you can get off your high
Bye.
horse. It's just you going to your team.
So many
Do
horse
you know what I'm
examples.
saying? There's lots of horses
The high
and
horse,
fish and all
no
sorts of
horse in
things.
this race.
Yeah.
Like it's just horses.
Well,
you can't
I'm
wait
going
for
to
the
Summer Cup.
So, guys, in essence, what do we say about the team? Are we saying they actually...
Well, within the
You're
rights.
fully within your rights to move
Yes.
and ask your followers to move with you happily.
And big ups to
You-
them.
That's freedom.
Yeah.
And that's why there should be competition in all of these things. But don't go there and tell me you're doing it because of election fraud, because the people you're going to is literally guilty of election fraud.
Maybe
literally.
maybe they've learned their lesson. I'm just saying.
Thank you, darling.
Let's close this off, you guys. That's all I have for you worldwide.
That was Around the World with Tepe Worldwide, brought to you by Betway and the Aviator game. Be sure to cash out before the little plane flies away and win big with Betway and Aviator. Get way more. Premier League, our
Let's
other
go.
home. It is back. It is the last FIFA international break for the year. We don't have to worry about another break
Until
March. And we get to see Ruben Amorim. The players seem very happy on Instagram and stuff. What a training session. What? That's a shot.
Let's wait
Have you
for-
seen this?
Let's wait for the game on
So
Saturday.
I saw-
Is
And
it
we have to
Saturday?
wait.
Rashford as well is very happy.
It's on Sunday against Ipswich at 6:30.
It's Ipswich. They'll win.
Yeah,
The trajectory will be there.
It's
They'll
a
win.
good way to start for Ruben Amorim.
Yeah.
And a point to prove for what's his face? The Ipswich manager,
McKenna.
Kieran McKenna.
Yes.
Yeah, look, it's a free swing at some points against Manchester United for a team like Ipswich, right?
Fair point.
If we get a point, we're happy. If we get 3 points, we're very happy. If we get a loss, it's what
Yeah.
we expected, and we're looking at other fixtures for our points.
Yeah.
Right?
So I've already made my pick, ne? Ipswich for the win.
Okay. New brooms don't sweep clean this week. Eh?
Nah, I think it still has a couple of points to prove.
Look, Ruben Amorim, he's coming from a terrific record at
Sporting.
33 points from 11 games. Last year's champions, banging in goals left and right, not conceding.
Champions League on fire.
But it's a different side.
Premier League.
Premier League's a different animal altogether. So I think every Man United fan has to be excited to see what he's going to bring. Of course, you can't expect to see the real Ruben Amorim Manchester United on his first day out. But in a way, it's good that Manchester United haven't been performing terrifically well. A lot of players didn't go off to international duty. He's got time with his squad.
Well, they were not
Oh,
good
yeah.
enough. Who
Speaking
was
of
going to
which-
call them for the national team?
Yeah.
No, but Muleko. So I saw, obviously we spoke about this last week about a couple of players in the English squad decided not to go. And I saw Harry was very upset about that.
Harry, just enjoy your
Did they
statue.
decide not to go?
Man, I think their managers actually pulled them out.
Yeah, and they say they got niggling injuries, etc. This is...
But usually in the cases like that, you have to send medical certificate to the.
I think there was an agreement.
to the FA.
And also remember,
Did Sir Alex
unless-
Ferguson
unless
ever
the-
send a medical certificate?
what's his face? The interim England coach who oversaw
Cole.
his last game. What's his name? Man?
Cole.
Boy, did they perform though?
What, the 5-0?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's Ireland.
It's like us beating South Sudan.
No, Zimbabwe.
Lesotho.
Or
Lesotho qualified for AFCON. What do you mean?
I
So
just
did
forgot
Zimbabwe
I just
and
for-
Botswana.
I just forgot the interim coach now.
their
That
neighbors.
was Thingamajiki. That had taken over after Southgate left.
Yeah, the one who said he wasn't ready.
Yeah. Now,
What cloud does he have to go to a Pep or an Arteta or whoever to say
Lee
"Hooray"?
Carsley.
Lee
I said
Carsley.
Coley.
Oh,
My
yes.
apologies.
Carsley. He was actually
Oh,
one of
he's
the
saying
guys
he does
on the
not
list
have that
for
leverage
for
yet.
Yeah, he does
United.
not. He doesn't have that.
Lando.
See, if it was a Tuchel, the story would have been different.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a harder man to argue
So
with.
you're saying maybe those niggles are not even there?
Nah, I don't think they're there. It's just managers saying that we want to safeguard our key players because these international breaks, we've had a lot of casualties. So
So the one who stands out for me in saying this is Mikel Arteta. He seems to be the one that this international breaker was like,
yes,
He's just come back. He's just come back from fitness. Odegaard. He's just come back from the what. They're not going.
But Saka
Right.
was limping that after that game.
Yeah,
The last game he limped off.
that's right.
against Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah,
Again, it's a case of too much football. We've had this conversation before.
yeah, it's true.
So I'm saying like maybe those injuries are there.
But what I will say about Arteta with this, and obviously I never like when managers don't allow players to go for international breaks, etc. All the best managers do this. All the best managers, you see it with Jose Mourinho, you see it with Sir Alex Ferguson, you
Pep
see it with
Guardiola.
some of the best managers. They will find a reason to keep their players out of the international squad when they need them in one of these breaks. And Mikel Arteta is probably the one who stands out for me in this window because he was the hardest on it.
Isn't there a rule from the FA?
Yeah, you're not allowed to, but you must
say
wangle.
There must be a way.
No,
no?
there's a way.
Yeah,
I mean,
you must wangle.
You look at Carlo Ancelotti must have been over the moon with Didier Deschamps not choosing Kylian Mbappe to play for France in the 2 games that they had. And then Kylian decided to go play PS5 with one of his former PSG teammates. So by virtue of Mbappe not playing those 2 games, I think one was against Italy, if I'm not mistaken, and the other was against Israel. You, as Carlo Ancelotti, you're like, okay, cool, he's coming back fresh.
Yep.
He didn't play, no injury, because I still need to integrate him into this Real Madrid squad that I don't know how to actually maneuver it. And now imagine he gets injured. What am I going to do? And he's on such a big salary.
Carlos, anything on Cristiano Ronaldo?
Oh, what a goal though, eh?
910 career goals.
Sure. And he's saying he's not even looking at the 1,000.
He'll be 40. He'll get to 1,000.
He looks
That
like
man's
the
in
type to
shape.
do that.
Yo, the
And
Cristiano
he's in
Ronaldo
Saudi
show.
League, so it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's Saudi League, guys.
Yeah. Or MLS, I don't know. Whichever one you're in, you're going to score goals.
Depends what time you wake up.
Okay, let's go back to our Premier League fixtures. Leicester City hosting Chelsea in the early Saturday. Early breakfast pasta.
Chelsea.
Chelsea win.
That was quick. Chelsea.
It's easy.
Chelsea
Hey,
struggle
Shorty, happy, eh?
when Cole Palmer doesn't play well.
Well, I get
And
that.
he struggled, but the rest of the Chelsea
they're
squad's
playing in
quite
Leicester.
solid at the moment.
But I agree
Are you
with
saying
Seppi, it's Leicester.
Are you saying Palmer is carrying that team?
Leicester, my friend.
No. He's a key player in the team, but somewhat, the team can actually do well.
Is Cole Palmer not one of the best players in the world right now, though?
He is
No,
definitely-
And that's why
in England.
In
he
the
would-
Premier League, in the Premier League.
He's one of the best in the world.
In the Premier League.
He's not one
Premier
of the
League.
best anywhere in the world.
He doesn't even make top 5, Marco. Yo,
Why Real Madrid have all 5?
you can argue that.
Because the best player in the world plays in the Premier League, by
Wait.
the way.
Yes, it's Rodri. Then there's Vinny. There's Jude.
Bellingham.
So is he not in the top 20?
There's
top 10?
There's Yamal.
Top
Yamal.
50?
Is Yamal already there?
No, the boy is good. The boy makes
he's top
Barcelona
class.
tick.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
Who
Yamal, I will put Vinny, Yamal, Jude. I'll put them, Rodri, I'll put them above Cole Palmer. But there's not many others right now.
He's in the top 10, definitely.
For me,
Okay.
I agree.
But
That's
So
fair.
he makes any team tick, Cole Palmer. When he plays, Chelsea play.
fair point.
And they're in the top 4 now,
Who's in the
largely
top
down
4?
to him.
Chelsea, Liverpool,
Manchester City,
City,
Arsenal.
City
and Chelsea. No, Chelsea is above Arsenal.
But Arsenal's 4th, are they not?
No.
No.
They
I'll
must
check
be
right
fifth, ne?
now.
Arsenal must be fifth.
Arsenal is fifth.
No. Nottingham Forest are fifth. Arsenal are
is
fourth.
still-
Guys, don't argue with me,
I'm
please.
sorry.
Sorry
friend.
for arguing
Yo,
with Mark.
I'm sorry.
Please.
Sorry, Mark.
Ade?
Sorry, Captain.
But really, Cole Palmer's been a revelation. He's a top player. Chelsea should do the number on Leicester. And Forest can play counter-attacking football. It's not going to be an easy game. Arsenal need to be top of their game. But I do fancy them to win. Aston Villa at home to Crystal Palace.
Villa.
Villa.
Yeah, Villa.
There's not
Crystal,
much.
Crystal Palace
I'm yet
haven't.
to see,
they're not the Palace
Villa
side that we've
really
seen
have
when
dip.
But I think Palace, in true typical Palace form, come the end of the season, they'll start ticking and they'll start getting points where you don't expect them to get points at the end of the season, and they'll be fine. But it's
Against Man United.
Villa at Villa Park. They've done it against Liverpool. They've done it against Chelsea. They've done it against Arsenal. They've done it against City as well. End of the season, Selhurst Park under the lights. I always say this. Bournemouth against Brighton. Cracker game.
Cracker game.
Yeah, it could be Bournemouth, For me.
I think it's
Bournemouth
gonna
have
be a
been
draw. They're gonna
terrific at
cancel
home.
each other, those
Yeah.
two.
The Cherries have been
say Bournemouth.
fantastic.
They've been good, but I still say Brighton.
Hey, you love that man.
Brighton. Definitely. Brighton.
Okay.
For me.
I say Bournemouth.
Oh, I said a draw.
I fancy Brighton. I'm going with Len Moleko. My bet slips dead again. Sorry.
It's over for you, my
Olo,
friend.
lo.
Chai. It's chai.
It's chai, honey.
Everton against Brentford. We know Everton win games when they concede first. Brentford going to score in the first 7 minutes like they do.
Actually, I think that's going to be a draw for me.
Super sub.
I'm gonna go with Len. It's a draw as well.
But a draw, both teams to score.
I would definitely go both teams to score.
Yes.
If I want to be safe. A hard game to
Everton
call.
is gonna score first, though.
I worry about Everton.
Everton
But
is
Sean Dykes is a good manager. You'll keep them safe, but I think there's going to be tough games for them this
I
season.
say
It's going to be
Brentford
one of
win.
them. I fancy Brentford to nick it, but if you're going for a bet, both teams to score is what I would do. Fulham against Wolves. Fulham at home.
Fulham.
Hammering, eh?
Straight.
Fulham.
This could be a big one. This could be a big score,
Possibly.
but I fancy Fulham to
Yeah.
win this one.
Fulham.
I think all of us. Manchester City at home to Spurs.
City.
Spurs without.
Hey, but City's going through the most, hey? But I still
Bentuka.
say City.
Because he said some naughty things.
7 games, ne?
7 games.
Oh, shame, man.
But
Oh,
wait, they're
what
not
did he
just-
say?
But we know Angie's here for vibes, and
Yeah.
this might be one of the vibes.
Okay,
And
may
then
I
you can
say,
just go-
guys, what he said was what? Okay, would you take it as a joke, or do you think that he was dead wrong?
Hey.
Hey, it's a fence. It's a fence. Look, it's almost like, look at it this way, ne? He alluded to, I think they asked him something about a jersey, and he referred to, they were asking him to give a jersey, and
Yeah, he said Son.
Son's jersey, and he's like, I'm not sure if it is brothers, but they all look the same,
alike,
or
yes.
they all look alike.
Yes,
That's almost
it is.
no. It's almost on the same level as David Kut saying, Jürgen Klopp is a German. See you next Tuesday.
Is it though?
By using
Because according to
by
this,
using nationality, you are.
yeah, it says
yes. 'Cause
yeah.
What does they all look alike mean?
Wait,
Racial is
Yeah.
always dangerous. I agree.
it was. Wait, I have it here.
But it's not
I
David
just want to
Koontz.
get.
Yes.
No powder.
Hey. But Man City against Spurs. I see City taking this one at the
Okay,
Etihad.
no, sorry guys. Continue. They were.
No
I
problem.
actually had the story.
At the Etihad, yes, City to win.
But Spurs,
Vibes.
Spurs to win the first half and then collapse.
Both teams to score though. If you're going for a bet, both teams to score.
So you tell me that
Would
they're
you
not
be
going for vibes
surprised?
this time.
They're there for vibes. They're Spurs.
Here
There
we go
comes-
again.
Hey,
Do you understand?
Here we
He
go
wants to dribble us
again.
now.
Do you understand?
first of all, I've got two things to say. Number one, buy Bitcoin. It's going up. Number two,
Okay, I will do that because you are our trader.
would you be surprised? 2-0
And I tell you-
halftime for Spurs ends in a 3-2 win for City.
I'd say even a 4-2 win for City.
Would you be surprised?
No, I wouldn't be.
No, I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be surprised.
All I'm saying is both teams to score,
Yeah.
but Man City to win the game.
I
It's gonna
think
be
so.
tough for City, but they want to come back to winning ways. So I think
Yeah.
they're gonna.
I don't see it being 5 in a row.
Because
Pep
I
and
also
City.
think, despite the vibes that Ange is holding there in the
Vibes.
dressing room, ne,
Yeah.
this whole 7-match ban is, and the way I think it's being reported, does Sony know about this? We don't know. Did he take offense to this?
No, Sony
We
actually
don't
responded. No, I actually I checked, and
Oh,
he
he's-
actually said that no, we're actually good. We're still brothers. He's chilled.
Yeah.
With Spurs, you never know.
Yeah, but he's
Now
chilled.
I've
He
watched
even
all-
said-
I've
he
watched
said it.
All or
I'm
Nothing.
quoting him.
I've
Well,
watched
I'm
Spurs All or
paraphrasing.
Nothing.
It's like that
Yeah, yeah.
statement when people want to say something, they say like, "You guys," you know. It's very,
Yeah.
it's very
As
tricky.
soon as you pull out a
You
you
people.
people.
you people,
You.
yeah.
You people.
Aye. Vibes, mate. Vibes.
Yeah.
But City to win. Southampton against Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Hammering at St. Mary's.
3.5 over.
Although
Oh, did you guys see Spurs changed or upgraded or kind of updated
They
their
just
logo?
removed the name
I
from the
know.
bottom.
Yeah,
Ah.
no, and they made it bigger, you guys. Okay, whatever.
Come now.
Yeah.
made it bigger.
Anyway,
They're still Spurs.
Shrug your shoulders, Arsenal fan. Shrug your
They still
shoulders.
Spurs.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, they can't put
They
any
won't win
stars
anything.
or any
Yeah,
trophies or anything in
yeah.
the logo, so they must just remove
Wow,
them.
you
Chiefs
guys.
must donate the wooden cup to them.
Okay, so I mean, of course, logically, Liverpool to beat Southampton. Although Liverpool, they'll go and crush everyone, all the hardest games they'll win, etc. And then they got lost in the Forest earlier this season.
But the Forest, as we see, a lot of
but the
people
Forest
get
has been
lost.
cooking.
Yes.
But hey, sometimes Liverpool they'll surprise you. They'll go lose at Southampton at St Mary's.
But I don't see it now.
I'm
Not yet.
betting that game. I'm going 3.5 over.
Yeah, listen, not with my money. But
No,
sometimes
with-
it
with-
happens.
with my money.
No, what I'm saying is I'm not going to bet with my money that this is where Liverpool slip up.
Oh.
But it does happen.
Oh. Okay.
It does
Fair
happen.
It does happen,
But hey, my money, it's going on Liverpool.
point. Yeah. Not Southampton. I
I've
don't.
seen Liverpool slipping up against a team that is getting relegated. So
Yeah, we've seen it happen.
yeah,
But
Would
not
you
with
be
Slot.
surprised? Would you be surprised?
They
I
slip
would.
up. No, I would.
I would be very surprised.
Okay.
Yes.
We spoke about Man United travelling to Ipswich on Sunday. So the final fixture for the weekend of Premier League action, Newcastle against West Ham.
Newcastle to win.
Newcastle to win.
Newcastle, I actually
There's
do
no
not
longer
have faith
football
with
there
them.
by West Ham.
Shame.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's
and-
not even vibes. There's nothing.
It's not. There's just Betway.
Yeah.
and St. James's Park. Hey, on a Monday night, West Ham gonna get hammered.
Newcastle to win.
Big.
Not big. I think they'll
But
get
to
like
win.
a 2-0.
West Ham can't defend.
2.5 over.
Newcastle come at you. It looks like Isak's back in the goals. West Ham can't defend.
Yeah.
2.5
Yeah.
over and Newcastle win.
I mean, West Ham is the reason United even has a new coach.
And that's a wrap of the Premier League action coming up this weekend. Excited to have club football back. Hopefully I can recover some of those losses from this international
Was
break.
it that bad, my friend?
Hey, Len Moleko and I always go hard in international break because
Ish.
that's where we've been successful in the
Yeah.
past. But sure, we got
You're
chowed.
chowed.
And I've got hammered. Yo.
Very, very quickly, guys. Congratulations to the under 20 female team. They won today 4-0 against Mars, I believe.
Oh, and yes, congrats to them. Two things on the continent
Yes.
while we're still there. First
Oh,
one,
yes.
disappointing UWC at the CAF Women's Champions
Kicked
League.
out, yeah.
Mamelodi Sundowns, defending champions,
Kicked
lost
out.
their first game, did well in the second game, but the third game, things did not go well for them. Unfortunately, they're back home. So, yeah.
But
ish.
consolation, UWC, the captain, Amogelang Motau, as well as Ukarabo Dlamini of Mamelodi Ladies, have been named the best 11 of the 2024 CAF Women's Champions League group stages.
And I think the WAFCON draw is happening this Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to happen. The other thing as well is congratulations to Big Ron, because he's been nominated for quite a number of awards for the CAF Awards that are happening on the 16th of December.
He should clean out there.
Yeah, no. There is no better player,
Yeah.
if we are being honest.
Yeah, for sure. He
So
should
for
clean
player of the year, men, it's Andingra from Ivory Coast and Brighton. It's Gurash from Borussia Dortmund. It's Hakimi, PSG,
Of course.
Lokoman from Atalanta, and Ronnie. So he's the only player based on the continent that is nominated along those guys. And if we look at what they've achieved, bar Atalanta in doing well in the
Europa League.
Ronnie is pretty much the best player out of the 5 that were nominated there.
Yeah.
He's also nominated as goalkeeper of the year alongside Onana, Fofana, Shobir, Nwabali.
He surely has to win
Nwabali.
goalkeeper of the year.
No, nobody can take a backseat.
Interclub player of the year.
For obvious reasons.
Interclub player of the year. It's Dayo from RS Berkane. It's Syed Zizo from Zamalek. It's El Shayat from Al Ahly. It's Shobey again from Al Ahly, and Ronnie.
Okay, Ronnie should come out with something out of.
And
those
big ups to coach
nominations.
Hugo Broos as well. He's been nominated as coach of the year.
Deserves it.
Alongside Marcel Koller of Al Ahly, Sebastien Desabre of DR Congo, MS Faye of Cote d'Ivoire, and Pedro Concalves of Angola. And Bafana Bafana, Sundowns Club of the Year. They're going up against Al Ahly, RS Berkane, and Esperance.
Quite contentious, that one. Sundowns and Al Ahly.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And
Uncle.
yeah, and like I said, Bafana, team of the year. They're going up against Cote d'Ivoire, DR Congo, Nigeria, and Sudan. That will go to Cote d'Ivoire, I think, on the basis of them having won
winning the
AFCON.
AFCON,
Yes.
yeah.
But congratulations to Big Ron. I think for everything that he was nominated for, he should clean up.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Len Moleko.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Tsepi, darling.
Welcome, darling.
And thank you, Super Sub. But most of all, thank you to
Danko.
you, the ballers. Remember to stay on side. Don't be offside. Be on side with us. And Betway, get way more.
Danko.
Danko means thank you.